So great. I'm very excited to be moderating this panel. This is my first panel of this con because I'm moderating two good friends of mine, and that is fun. So I'm just going to shut up and get right to the panel. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage Felicia Day and Sandeep Parikh. That guy loves you. You totally have a shot with him, I think. You totally have a shot. You can totally get in there. Codex, yes.
Oh, there's
well, not great, but...
That's Bumblebee.
That's Bumblebee. I was going to say, and then I was like, whoa, I'm going to do something wrong, and then I'm going to be shamed.
Oh, that's all kinds of awesome.
That, I got to take a picture with you, sir.
What did you say?
Do you want to go for a ride, or with a ride?
Oopie,
on a ride with me, maybe? Something like that.
No, that's not what he said.
He's like, do you want to play with my Allspark? Come on. Someone must have seen that movie.
Wow.
What? Thank you. Appreciate that. The Guild. Let's talk about the Guild for a minute. We're going to... I mean, you've been on the podcast before. When you came on my podcast before, the most recent season had just started. Mm-hmm. We screened a couple episodes, and now the season is just ended.
Just yesterday, it started streaming. So, how many people saw it?
Yeah!
Oh, did you get homework?
I can't get pictures.
I don't blame you.
I'm concerned for Bumblebee. Can you not sit down, sir? You're gonna get shin splints.
Please transform into a seated position.
Why don't you turn into a car and then just park right here?
Totally bummed out.
Oh, robots don't have feelings. Robots don't have feelings. We're better than they are. Shut up.
You'll be the first to die when Skynet takes over.
The what is?
You'll be the first to die when Skynet takes over.
I actually already happened to me in Terminator 3.
Suck it. Suck it.
Maybe you didn't recognize engineer number 2 from Terminator 3. My fine film work. So how'd the season go for you guys?
I mean, it was amazing.
Skynet will kill him first. I will see to it.
We've done because we got out of our house. It was the best season because nobody put like a ring on my coffee table because we didn't actually shoot my house.
Yep.
Because last year for season 4, somebody pissed me off a lot, a grip or somebody, and he would always put his Coke can on my table, and my table has rings on it. And this is what an old lady I am, guys. It was important to me to have a pristine table, and that guy
ruined it.
So that's why we don't shoot my house anymore. You ruin the nice things.
Mommy can't have nice things.
Not can't have nice things.
I'm sorry that I top shelved you.
Is that what you did?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Nobody knows what a top shelfer is? I'm sure it's called
Yeah. Why don't you close into your street lingo?
It's when you poop on the top part of it.
The seat?
No.
Oh, you mean the
reservoir. The reservoir.
Why would you?
Because it's super fun.
Wait a second. That's dangerous, eh?
I live on the edge.
Oh, the toilet. Doesn't even make sense. Why would?
It's a pranky thing to do. I mean, I didn't invent it.
Boy, these people are gonna laugh so hard when they see the feces I left in the wrong place.
That's it. That's the whole joke. It's just putting poop somewhere else.
I am so confused by this.
I see an arc for next season. Who top shelf Codex? Come on, guys. Somebody has to open up to it.
Wow.
Work!
So, when I saw you guys last time, you had just come from Dragon Con.
I was very tired. Did I look like really tired?
No.
Well, you're saying that now. It was a podcast, so I didn't need to look alive. But it was me, Amy, and Robin, and we had too much fun at Dragon Con.
Yeah. Have you guys been to Dragon Con?
Yeah.
Wow, all right.
7 people.
No, well, every convention is tempting in its way because we wake up early to be here, so we don't have long lines, and then we want to have fun at night, which means less sleep, and that ratio is is a slow decline as the days go on.
Yeah, particularly that one, because that's just sort of like an all-night drunken cosplay.
I mean, this one is
party.
too, right? Bumblebee, 24-hour dancing. No? All right.
That really is a fascinating, that is an amazing job.
You're eye-catching, sir.
You want to know about Dragon Age?
Oh, tell us about it.
Bumblebee is streamed Dragon Age to his monitor and his jar. I'm going to stop the
Put it right there in this area.
I came to the premiere of Dragon Age,
You did.
and it was fantastic.
You saw all 6 episodes at once.
And they were great.
You're not going to spoil anything, are you?
No, I'm not. I'm sorry you died at the end, but other than that, I don't feel What?
That's why I can't invite you to nice places.
I don't talk about how you get decapitated.
We could not decapitate somebody. There'd be too much blood effect.
Okay, so that's an interesting question, because I didn't realize that you had...
He has a plan.
Go, jump in.
It's just a joke.
No, get his joke in.
I can't do it now, guys.
Dragon Age Top Shelf? Who pooped on this dragon?
You got me. Latalis top shelved.
I dragon shelf this guy.
Dragon shelf.
Dragon shelf. What does that mean?
When you poop on a dragon inside of a I was amazed. I mean, you wrote that.
Yeah, I wrote it and
It's what you do the first time you ride a dragon.
It was hard. It was very difficult to do on the budget. But we just pulled out all stops. I was on the phone constantly, like, hey, come work for free for me.
But as a writer, how does that affect? I mean, obviously, does that sort of inform? Are there things you obviously couldn't do?
Well, that was a good learning process because, like, the script, if you read it, it reads like $5 million. Everybody read it and was like, well, we can't make this. Which version of this would you like to make? Because I wrote, like, there were demons coming out of there's incredible CGI, like, everywhere. I was in, a castle at one point. I was like, well, it's Malibu.
Yeah.
We have no castle. So you definitely, I had to rewrite a lot to be able to scale it for the web series.
Yeah.
So it was an interesting learning process, especially doing fight scenes, because just the ability to be able to shoot them and what you could do. I don't know if you saw the first episode, but Adam, the guy who plays the Hot Templar, he's pretty yummy, guys. He actually, that first fight in the first episode, he cut his eye. If you see, he has a cut above his eye.
Not so yummy anymore.
Not so yummy when you're a producer and your lead actor cut his eye and has to go to the ER, and we only have 1 day to shoot that fight scene, and he leaves. So we used a stunt double, and then we did some reshoots. We lost him for 2 days with that cut, and then we had to CGI the cut in for some things that we didn't have his cut because he was not supposed to be cut.
Oh, that's amazing.
So yeah, well, you make it work.
But I think
it was meant to be cut.
Sort of creating content like that that's got to be an amazing training ground for. I mean, if you just walked onto a cushy film and you didn't have to.
You're eating bonbons all day, Terminator 3.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I was 6 months. I was on that project for my 3 lines.
Yeah.
And it was really.
Yeah, and you eat. Like,
Skynet's taking over all the, or whatever shit I said. I don't even remember. The comsats are down.
You said that like that?
Somewhat, yeah. But I didn't say it quite like that.
I can see why you booked the role.
Yeah. No, they actually. Okay, I don't want to make this about me, but.
I'll moderate.
The reason I got the part of Terminator 3 is because I auditioned for another movie called Biker Boys. And they were like, you don't look like a biker boy, but you could probably play a chubby engineer. And I was like, okay. I was heavier at the time, but
yeah. But anyway, it was a great. It was just a great project, just because I got to do all the mocap and all the facial capture for the actual game portion. Mm-hmm. So I mean, the whole thing, like, all together was a lot of work, but it was like amazingly fulfilling to be able to see that and appreciate like all that goes into like the big fight sequences and all the CGI and all that stuff. So especially episode 5 and 6, which will be in 5 weeks, because that's how it goes. We saved all the blood effects for that.
Only from there.
So did you? Whose idea was that originally? Did they approach you, or did you say I have this idea?
They came to me just to work on something vaguely, like, hey, what's going on? Would you like to work together? And I was like, let's do a web series, and if we could do something game-wise, that'd be cool. And then we saw that Dragon Age was coming out, and that was why we set it there. In that game, so it was really cool to be able to work and see the behind the scenes of making a video game, because like, especially with the voice acting, you record like 10 minutes for every 1 minute that you experience as a player, because BioWare gives you so many options on dialogue, and there's a Dragon Age panel tomorrow, so I'll shut up.
Okay, is it?
Oh god. But anyway, so that's the thing that I appreciate about making video games, is that they write like 10 times the dialogue that you ever actually see. Unless you play it through like several times.
Was there any part of you that wanted to like throw some of the folks from the guild just kind of in the background to create an aura of like, maybe this is a campaign they're on in the guild and like try to connect those two?
It was tempting. Like our director, Peter Winther, who knows Jeff Lewis, who plays Bork, wanted him to be one of those guys in the ship's hold in that first episode that was out. And I was like, no. I mean, he'd be funny, but no. Yeah, we don't want to be too cross-cultural.
How's it been for you this season so far?
Well, not getting that Dragon Age role is kind of but we'll talk about that Dragon Age role.
I don't think we're going to be on that.
What? No. Can't get that either?
No.
It's like cheese.
Cheese is delicious.
What was the question? How am I?
How is it going? Sandeep, I knew you from before the guild. Sandeep used to book these really great comedy shows in Los Angeles. And then all of a sudden, it's like you pop up everywhere on the guild. It was really cool. How did you get involved with the show originally?
Felicia and I did improv together at the Empty Stage, which was a theater that doesn't exist anymore. And Jeff Lewis as well. The three of us all did improv in a troupe, the Being Humans, which also doesn't exist anymore.
Except it's a show on Sci-Fi.
Yeah. No. Back in the 40s. And so
you gotta do your 40s voice. Back in the 40s.
Hey there, fella.
Hey there, you got a nice set of games there.
You're welcome.
We should make a 40s, just do this.
Yeah.
We're in the 40s. All right.
So, what was it like working with these palookas here?
Hey. Let me tell you something.
LA tomorrow.
Yeah, so we did improv together. I'm not going to do it. Should I stop? And we wrote each other roles in each other's shows. So I do a show called The Legend of Neil.
Of course.
If you are clapping right now, shame on you.
We performed the theme song for it.
Yes, and Chris, if you guys have seen season 3, episode 6, you did the disco version of the theme